Feeling good. I haven't broadcast a live one in a while, so I'm broadcasting live right now. You know, I guess over the weekend some states got hit with tornadoes, especially in Nebraska. I praise the emergency management people for sounding the tornado sirens early. I really do. They did an awesome job of warning people ahead of time. He was probably out there watching those clouds and everything. That's what we need. We need people from the National Weather Service out spotting these storms besides regular storm chasers. Because you don't know where a storm can pop up. It could pop up out of nowhere. 1 minute the weather could be nice and boom, it can change like that. But let's get down to the point. My point is, if it wasn't for these early warning systems we have, there would be a lot of death tolls and a lot of destruction. You know, I praise all these early warning systems, you know. We need more of them. Now Tornado Alley is getting to be bigger and bigger. Florida gets tornadoes. Up and down the East Coast gets tornadoes. Basically, wherever you live, you get tornadoes or water spouts. Water spouts can cause a lot of damage too. You know, they can destroy boats on the rivers and stuff. People don't realize what it can do. But I do. I mean, I've been through blizzards. I've been through tornadoes. Now I've been through hurricanes. And we need a lot more of these early warning systems. That's what we really need. Without these early warning systems, we're all SOL. You know, even towns and stuff. You know, small towns that can get floods. Even all these, you know, there's been a lot of natural disasters lately, like brush fires. I mean, Mother Nature's PMSing so bad because Father Time would not give her the time of day. So now Mother Nature's taking out her revenge on everything, you know? I mean, look at what happened last winter. Snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know how people can predict the weather. You just can't really predict the weather in advance anymore. Even though the technology states we can, but you really can't. I mean, what do you want us to do? Bend over and kiss our asses and let these news media and local weather stations say, oh, this is what the weather's going to be, or this is what it's going to be tomorrow, blah, blah. You know what? You can't really rely on your local weather stations. Because one, they can't really predict the weather. You can never predict the weather in advance. Because you don't know what it's going to be or how the day is going to be. I mean, they say, you got a 20, 30, 40% chance of rain. You know what? Next thing you know is it doesn't rain at all. How can these people predict the weather? You know? That's what I want to know. I mean, if anybody's got agree with me, they can't predict the weather at all. That's how I look at it. You know, you guys are all cool, you know. If I wanted to predict the weather, say, hey, go predict my weather. You know what? I tell them to go screw off because I don't like it. You know, I can predict my own weather, but I'm not going to. You know what my own weather is? You want to know what my own weather is? Staying at home with my AC where it's nice and cool. That's my own weather. Because you know, it's cloudy out. Yeah, it's cloudy out, but who cares? And they say there's rain in the forecast. Oh, it's supposed to rain by so-and-so this time today. Well, guess what? It hasn't yet. This is what I say about their shit. And these nasty friggin' love bugs are terrible. So I look at it this way. I know you get... Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. How y'all doing today? I'm doing good. I'm just talking about how these weather people can predict the weather when they really can't. And what happened over the weekend in Lincoln, Nebraska, how emergency management activated the tornado sirens without even the media saying there was going to be a tornado warning or anything. And look what happened, a tornado touched down. He saved a lot of lives that day. I praise that guy that did that. I really do. And it's like, you know, this is all because of global warming. And our friggin' president says it ain't. He don't know nothing about the weather. He don't know nothing. The only thing he knows how to do is sit on his fat ass and talk shit about everybody. That's exactly what he knows how to do, is sit on his fat ass and talk shit. And then he has the people say, oh, he didn't say this, he didn't say that. Thunderclouds all around, but other than that, it's pretty good. Temperatures fluctuating up and down with the clouds, so who knows, but the wind's picked up. It's warm out today, that's all I know. And our weather temperature is outside by the National Weather Service is 86 degrees. See, NOAA and the National Weather Service work together. They're the ones that can tell how everything's going to be. We do get tornadoes here in Florida, but I've seen a couple. So yeah. But we also get hurricanes and really bad thunderstorms. So yeah. And plus I go by what the Farmer's Almanac says for what the weather's going to be all year. The Farmer's Almanac is one of the best things to predict how the weather's going to be for the rest of the year. It predicted a really, really bad winter. It predicted a lot of flooding. And it's still predicting a really bad summer this year. And everything. But see, a lot of people go by what the local news stations say. See, back then, and I'm gonna say this. Back in the old days, we never had local weather. They never had what we have today. A little history. You know, they had to go by what farmers would predict. Farmers would predict there's going to be a really bad dry season, of course, or a wet season. Yep, it can get worse every year like it's been. I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm not sure what state or where you guys are from, but I mean, look at all the snowstorms that have happened this past winter, and some places are still getting snow. I mean, they're predicting snow in Colorado still. I mean, and people saying, oh, this ain't global warming. You know what? Bullshit, it ain't. I'm sorry, but our weather's getting worse and worse, and Trump says it's not. And not quite. Summer's not until June 21st, but June 1st is our hurricane season down here in Florida, so yeah. And the Farmer's Almanac alone is predicting we'll get our first hurricane on June 1st. But who knows? So yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it this way. All we can do is wait and see how bad the weather's going to be. I mean, you just got to keep an eye on your local. The best radar app out there is called My Radar for your cell phones. It's better than any local news station weather app out there. Hey. I'll hook it up in a little bit, okay?
Do something.
Yeah, you're in California, I know, man. I've been praying for you guys because of all those fires you guys have been having out there. God bless you. God bless our first responders, right? I mean, they're the ones that take care of everything and all that. So yeah, God bless our first responders. And everything. You know what I'm saying? Why is that doing that? I mean, they're the... Yeah, you're in California. I mean, you guys get earthquakes. You guys get major fires all the time. Or when it rains, you guys get landslides, mudslides. I mean, our first responders put themselves at risk 24/7. From your police, your fire, your medical staff. Oh, hey, Gage, what's up? She's bored. She wants I gotta hook up the antenna. Yeah, flat antenna. See? Real thin antenna. Woohoo! Sorry about that, folks. Give me 1 minute. So my wife can watch TV. Yeah, I know. Wow. One person flicked a cigarette and started that whole fire? Unbelievable. But as I was saying, you know, it's really hard to predict the weather. I mean, yeah, it is pretty crazy. You know, it's dry out there. The winds can blow rocks and dirts around too, and it can spark a fire too. I mean, all I have to say is, you know, with the help of with what we have for technology today, they still can't predict the weather. I mean, as I said, if it wasn't for that guy in Lincoln, Nebraska, that works for the emergency management company or whatever it was, that activated the tornado sirens early, yeah, he saved a lot of lives this time. You know, there are some states that do get tornadoes, some small towns in the Midwest that get tornadoes, but you know what? They don't have tornado sirens. I mean, there are small towns that do get tornadoes. You know, Tornado Alley, is getting so big, it's not even funny. It's gone from the Midwest, East and West, North and South. I mean, Massachusetts has got tornadoes, New York has got tornadoes, Georgia, North, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. We get them down here in Florida. I mean, Tornado Alley is practically getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I've seen funnel clouds here where I live. I mean, I've seen water spouts form. And that's no lie. I'll tell you what though, it scared the shit out of me. Being down at the riverbed fishing and then you see one of those things come down, you're like, oh shit. I mean, I just grabbed my shit and like, gone. Because those things can be dangerous too. I hear you, Gigs. I mean, it is crazy. And yes, Giggle Smiles is one of my moderators on here, but she also has her own YouTubes. Yeah, I know. Well, the problem is, where I live, Kill, it's all the land down here used to be swampland, so they were filling it in with ocean dirt and everything. They had to actually have dirt from up north come down here so they can build and stuff on. See, Florida has a lot of wetlands, and it's crazy. Gators Alley, we call them down here. We got plenty of gators down here. Anybody want to go do some gator hunting? That's how, but shit, I love gators. Delicious if you ever had it. Well, where I live, dude, we're not allowed to. And that's bullshit. Yeah, the doors don't even hold that well when it comes to a tornado. You need like a seriously a door that's as thick as a friggin' fucking rock. A big giant rock. That's how thick of a door you need. Oh, Lord have mercy. You got a hole in you too? Fuck you. I gotta get more socks this week. Damn it. Get a hold of it all. Yep, that's how I look at it, but you know, even Giggs will agree with me. We've had a really, really bad winter this year. Everybody has. I mean, winters are starting to get worse and worse. I bet you a new ice age is coming. That's what's going to happen. We're getting a new ice age is coming. We're all going to freeze to death and die. Just like that movie Day After Tomorrow, and that's what's going to happen because our government says global warming don't exist. Well, guess what? Our government's so fucked in the head right now, they don't know what's left from right or up and down. The only thing they all care about is their goddamn paychecks. That's all they damn care about. And that's the fucking truth. I mean, shit, all they care about is kids. Yeah, but you know what though? You never know. You never know with these doomsday preppers. You never know. Colorado, they're still getting snow. And their temperature dropped down to the 30s again. They had some nice weather. All of a sudden, the temperature just went. Yeah. You never know. I mean, when I was younger, I've seen it snow in May. I've seen it snow in June too, and that's no lie. And I'm from Massachusetts, so yeah. Our climate is changing so bad it's not even funny. All I have to say is, you know what? We need to stop destroying our friggin' planet. That's what it is. That's what's causing this global warming. Between World War II, the ocean, you know. Damn. You got a good old Dustin, huh? But oh, excuse me. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Even the love bugs this year, oh my god, are brutal as hell. Hey, be grateful you only got a Dustin, hun. I haven't done a broadcast in a long time, have you noticed? But me, I'm starting to prepare for hurricane season. Got the flashlights, got the batteries, got the lantern lights, the ones you just buy batteries for. I got all them. What up, Double Trouble? How you doing, Double Trouble? I mean, they're predicting a hurricane on June 1st for us, so who knows? Once they get that new weather satellite up, man, we'll see what happens. Yep. So all we can do is wait and see. We're not allowed to. Only thing we do is put tape across them. And then meow, 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 like that. We're not allowed to board up our windows. Fucking apartment complex management can suck my fucking dick. Yeah, I'll swear if I goddamn fucking want. Yeah, tell me about it. They told us we're not allowed to last year and this year. They're saying the same thing. Oh yeah, we got hit with Irma, and that was one fucked up season. I mean, we lost power for 2.5 days. Other parts of Florida were without power for anywhere from a month to 2 months with no power. I mean, you know, according to our government, this is what they're saying: there is no such thing as global warming. But all the other countries saying there is. I mean, our Earth is changing. It's not even funny. I mean, the polar ice caps are melting. The ocean waters are rising. I mean, look at the volcanoes going off everywhere. It depends. It depends. When Irma hit us, it went from a category 5 down to a category 2 when it got closer to us. Everybody else got the damaging winds and rains. We got the heavy winds, and we've had hardly any damage. But I feel sorry for the southern parts of Florida that they're still cleaning up, and people lost all their lives and everything. I mean, the Panhandles, Pensacola area, they got hit with a hurricane last year. I mean, that was unbelievable. I mean, Louisiana thought they were going to get hit with it and have another problem like they did when they got hit with that one hurricane, Katrina. I mean, the problem is they're not watching the way these hurricanes are moving. They're just saying they got so many, they can't make up their minds and say, oh, they're going to go this way or that, they can't predict a hurricane's movement pattern. But they can predict when the one's going to start or what's going to happen. I mean, all the hurricanes come from Africa, off the coast of Africa. So they say. But who the fuck knows? All I know is that I'm getting ready for this year. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a bad hurricane season. And our weather people are only predicting 5 hurricanes, but the Farmer's Almanac is predicting hurricanes back and back. Alright, you look at a hurricane and then you look at a tornado. Same destruction. But a tornado can disappear like that. A hurricane can't. A hurricane can touch down for 5-10 minutes and then disappear like that. Boom. No, it can't. Depending on how much wind power the hurricane produces and a tornado can keep going. But a hurricane can go all the way up north. A tornado could last maybe 2-3 hours tops. Nope, not a hurricane. When we get a hurricane, I get the backup batteries and everything for my cell phone. I get this little chargeable part for the cell phone. And yes, it's fully charged. But I'm going to get some more of these. I'll try to get at least 10 more of them. Because if I'm going to broadcast live with these hurricanes and shit, yeah, I'm going to. Because we can lose all kinds of power, everything. You know, we need to start, you know, our government's just cut down FEMA's budget if they're for California, because oh, you need to keep your forest. I'm like, okay, you're gonna pay our firefighters to go out in the middle of bear country and chop down trees and stuff? And get bit by snakes and all that crap? I mean, come on. You know, I swear. But the other interesting thing is, though, tornado can produce hail, right? The weather, that you can get hail. Even hurricanes. It was on the news down here. This guy picked up a hail ball that big. And it was from Irma. I mean, yes, I do broadcast a lot of times like this, and sometimes I'll do video game broadcasting. But we're getting into the hot weather season, and it's gonna be it's tornado and hurricane season, basically. I mean, tornado season's already started, and it's early. I mean, it's actually started since winter. And I'm looking at it this way. Just like, as I said before, this one guy in Nebraska, I guess he worked for emergency management, he activated the tornado sirens early. And I did a little poll here in my state of Florida and my town. And I said to myself, should we have tornado sirens besides what the weather people say? Because our weather people alone cannot predict what direction the tornado's going, or when it's going to start, or where it's going to land and keep going. Just like a hurricane, they can't predict which way it's really going to go because they're always guessing. I mean, even a storm chaser can tell you that the weather people always guess on which direction it's going to go. That's why those storm chasers are out there. They can actually watch to see which way the tornadoes are going to turn and everything. They're not just out there studying them. They're also out there letting the people know which direction it's going to go. I mean, if you ever watch that movie Twister, I strongly suggest you watch it. Because that is one kick-ass movie. And there's also a bunch of other movies out there called Night of the Twisters, or a bunch of other stuff too. Movies about tornadoes and stuff, or any type of natural disaster. They even did a movie on our smoke jumpers that puts out fires and everything. I mean, wow. I mean, people don't realize our firefighters train constantly to deal with natural disasters. I mean, they don't, it's just crazy. They're never accurate. I mean, yeah, I mean, they may be accurate on a few things, but when it comes to Mother Nature's fury, no, because they can't predict if a tornado is going to happen. They can't predict where it's going to land, and for how long. The only thing they can really predict is when the weather. Actually, no, they can't really predict diddly squat. They can't even predict the temperatures. They rely on what the satellites tell them. But our news stations down here in Florida rely on NOAA and the National Weather Service. Because the thing is, last year, this is no lie, our ocean water was like bath water. That's how warm it was. I mean, you could actually walk out into the ocean. You just like for a few minutes. Nope. It was so warm, it wasn't even funny. I was shocked. I mean, and Noah, you know how they got their water temperatures? From Noah. They're the ones that monitor the ocean waters and everything. Those people need to be praised. Our firefighters need, our first responders, police, fire, EMS, our military are also first responders, because our Air National Guard, our Army National Guard units, they respond to natural disasters too. I mean, they're the ones that are the lifesavers. They even tell you, do not go out in a storm or you're on your own. Because when it gets to a really bad storm, and if you're ever in a downpour, and I don't care if it's against the law or not, and it's downpour to a point where you cannot see, you put your flashes on. You put your four-ways on. Because that way other people that try to, because downpours can cause severe pileups, and people won't realize it until the last minute. I know some states it's against the law, but fuck those laws. I mean, they want you to keep driving. How can you keep driving when you can't see nobody in front of you? And you get your wiper blades on going like that really fast. You know, they can't keep up. What are you gonna do? Just keep driving until you go into another car, and then next thing you know it's boom, 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 boom. A chain reaction. I mean, people don't realize weather can be really dangerous. That's why they say if you don't got anything to do, don't be out in the weather when it's really bad. Don't be out driving in it unless you really have to. I mean, even if you're from a different state and you don't know how to drive and that stuff. Ow! Don't know who you were, so I don't care. Oh well. If it was that important, oh, it's a scammer. So, you know what? If you don't know how to drive in snow, don't drive in it. Stay home. Wait until they clear off the streets. Even if it's really downpouring, if you don't know how to drive in well, because you can hydroplane and slide on snow. Sliding on snow is like hydroplaning on wet roads. Or if you hit black ice, you lose control. And black ice is one of the worst things you need to watch out for. Because it can come out, you won't even know what it looks like. That's why when they say you get freezing rain, don't go out, because you know why? It ices up. And it looks so clear, you wouldn't even know if it's black ice or not. But yeah, and if you guys see your firefighter or EMTs, paramedics, even doctors and nurses, thank them. Because they're our first responders. They're the ones that save lives. I mean, I know a lot of people hate police, but you know what? There are a lot of good cops out there that work their butts off. And they are good cops, but some people don't care. They think they're bad. But you know what? Those bad ones are the ones that are making the good ones look bad, you know? I mean, there's some bad doctors, bad, you know what? But they're the ones that save our lives 24/7. I mean, thank God for this 911 system. I mean, back in the day, you had to call the operator telling you needed the fire department or police or ambulance. Now we have 911. I mean, if any of you guys really want to help with your first responders, get your ham radio license. That's the best thing to do, because you can work with first responders and let them know. Because sometimes the towers will go down, the cell towers will go down. That's why you got your ham radio license. Because those are the best things to have, because that's what I'm planning on working for, is my ham radio license. And once I get my ham radio license, I can communicate with law enforcement, military personnel, and hospital personnel. Because you know why? When there's a natural disaster, I mean, they're going to be so tied up in certain areas, it's going to be hard to communicate. But if you have your ham radio license, you can communicate with them and let them know what needs, where needs help, and what locations. I mean, these are upper, lower, sideband licenses you can get, and they're issued by the FCC. It's a test you gotta take, but you know what though? It's well worth it. For any, especially if there's a natural disaster, especially in California, like earthquakes. I mean, their systems are always going down, right? For the 911 system and everything. Because if you get a ham radio, I'll tell you what, those 911 operators, that'll make them happy. Because you know why? If you can give them the location of where you're at, where they can send your first responders. People don't realize something. Because if you really had a natural disaster, I mean, look at that big earthquake they had in California during the World Series, if I'm not correct. I mean, from what I heard, their communications network went down. But they were working with ham radio operators, telling them what areas are really worse and how many people are hurt and all that, where they can send first responders. I mean, look it up in your area for ham radio licenses, because, you know, if you have a ham radio license, you can save a lot more lives too with ham radio licenses. Because you get your rate, because you have to buy a special radio, and they give you a calling code, but you don't have, they give you a book that you got to program the frequencies in for police, fire, medical, National Guard units and all that. But if you want to spend the money, you can get one that has everything programmed in. But for a good ham radio operator, and I'm going to be telling you straight out, you're going to be spending a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. You look around, you look online, look up ham radio operators, licenses and stuff, and read it, what they say about it. Because those ham radio operators, they do help save lives too. They really do. That would be something for you to look for. I kill for a cookie. Especially since you're in California. I mean, ham radio licenses are the best thing to have, people say. And I'm getting mine. Eventually. But folks, I'm going to be cutting this short. So y'all, thank you for watching my broadcast. I hope you like it. Please subscribe, and if you like, I'll do more and more of these broadcasts. And I appreciate your compliments and everything in the talk. But yeah, my suggestion is, if you really want to help out first responders and stuff, especially with directions and everything, get your ham radio license. Get your ham radio license. That's the best thing to do. Alright folks, thank you for watching my broadcast. I hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe, I would appreciate it. Get your ham radio license, Kill, for a cookie. Find out how much they are and get them, because you can also help with that stuff too, by letting them know. But as I said, thank you for watching my broadcast. I hope you enjoy it. Y'all have a good week and stay safe.